We're
Is it on
here.
now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hello to. Oh no. You said how to say it. We talked. Dionysia. Arts. Refrigerated cartoons. Mouth. We also talked today.
Hello.
Hydrangea eyes. You hate me. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Essie
fine.
Chan. Victoria Gomez. Amy Owen. Hello. Hello. I've been chatting with you guys so much because we do our usual like Patreon secret group chat on voice call, and I've also been doing more because it's NaNoWriMo.
You're
Well, it's not
right.
NaNoWriMo, it's Camp NaNoWriMo, Discount NaNoWriMo, Dio. Okay. Hello, hello.
Hello.
I spent the day with Bones, Charlie Fitz, and PK. It was productive. It was very productive. We had super fun.
So much fun.
Totally worth $1 a month on Patreon.
I'd say so.
You get your money's worth.
Exactly.
I drew cows. You did, and I was genuinely in love with the cows. Okay, don't even at me.
Very good.
I was studying Russian. No problem. Don't worry about it. It's always fun.
Sorry, I'm setting up my tablet right now.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do next Camp NaNoWriMo. What are you doing for this one? Fun cabin? So for this NaNoWriMo, I'm working on my secret novel that I guess is no longer secret. But like I'm working on Silvertooth, which is a potential Honeywell sequel. It depends on if it's garbage or not when we're finished. We being me. The royal we. We and me and my characters.
Weeps.
Russian is about suffering and pain. Oh god, I'm sorry. I need to get better at YouTube. I've been slacking so much, guys. Honeywell sequel. Well, don't get too excited, friends. Yeah, I'm working on it. Cause it was just kind of a thing I started when I was in the hospital. And I got like 2,000 words in because, you know, I had other things to worry about. Like coloring and doing puzzles. Like I had a lot of time. I could have worked on it more, but I didn't. But I was writing it out, like handwriting it, and I've decided to just handwrite the whole thing in this shiny book. And so yes, I have the shiny book, and I'm gonna fill it, and that's my goal. It's probably only 25,000 words to fill the book, so I won't get through the novel because I imagine it's like in the 80 to 90k region as far as word count goes. Are you excited for Pride Month? It's in 61 days. I never know which month is Pride Month.
Pride Month is June.
Oh. I just find there's a Pride every month from like May to August.
Yeah, there's lots of like
Pride events.
during
Yeah.
the summer.
Yeah.
But June is the actual Pride Month.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I'm a bad gay. You can take my card.
We're doing it.
I'm now straight. Hello. I am straight.
Hello. Hello, fellow straights. Man,
Monkey?
I'm tired today.
Why?
No,
Explain.
I don't know.
Explain it. Come on.
I'm just tired.
Are you doing a NaNoWriMo type challenge?
I am. I
Ooh.
am working on the Magpie. Which, by the way, we're kickstarting Volume 3.
Oh, right. I forgot.
phones. Go get the linky,
Oh my god.
please. But-
Charlie's asleep because it's nighttime in the UK. Ooh.
Gosh. But yeah, so I'm working on the next volume. Ursula just saying Starlight. I wish. No, I'm working on Magpie. I'm gonna do 30 minutes a day, which comes out to 900 minutes over the course of the month. So that's my goal. 900 minutes of working on comics.
Okay, here you go.
What did he
Oh,
do?
damn, it's a week left. Holy crap.
Oof. Get in there
Kickstarter.
if you want to get your books.
Yeah.
Because you can get all the books. You can get volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. You can get them in hardcover exclusively.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to stop being an ad.
I just don't like opening our Kickstarter or our YouTube page. I hate the YouTube page
No.
because I've been so slacking on YouTube and not getting like the stream clips up, so we have like no engagement whatsoever.
I know. I feel bad.
So reward my poor work ethic by giving us a like. If you would like me to continue not working, give me a like. And if you want me to continue working, also give me a like.
Yes.
What I'm saying is the like has no effect on whether I do it or not. It's just YouTube is basically like a Greek god. And it's like you just can't please him. You know, it's all irrational. And it keeps messing around with mortals. And the best we can do is offer offer like, you know, whatever. We gotta give it our offerings.
Oh, no.
Ursula just doesn't care.
Sorry.
YouTube giveth, YouTube taketh away. It's true. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, YouTube has just that god energy. Like, I guess like corporations in general do, but not like a divine loving god, more like a,
The wrathful one.
yeah. I'm just writing American gods right now currently. Is what's happening. You guys
True.
ever oh my god, stop ever. Oh my god. Okay, we can't. Did you guys ever read American Gods?
Yes.
I didn't like it that much, honestly.
Oh, damn.
I might have to reread it because I was a coward back then.
A coward.
A capricious deity.
Oh, dang.
Oh, that is some mouthfeel of a word.
Capricious does have good mouthfeel.
Reminds me of Capricorn.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We love American Gods. Oh no.
Oh, no.
I didn't like it at all.
At all?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I don't know. Like, I feel like I need to reread it because there's sometimes like my absolute favorite works of fiction are ones that I despise the first time I read them, like, or like interact with them, whatever. Like, I hated Madoka Magica.
I was going to say. I showed it to you and you were like, don't
I
like
watched it and I did not like it. We liked the Nancy Boys more though. Oh my god. Okay, Nancy Boys on the other hand is my absolute favorite book.
That one's really fun.
And I stole from it way too much. I like to say I'm a Gaiman fan, but I'm mostly just a Gay Man fan.
Yes.
Cause like I've read a bit of Gaiman. I didn't like Coraline. I you know what? I dislike most Neil Gaiman books that I've read, and that is the dirty truth. I found Coraline boring. I found American Gods meandering. I love a Nancy Boys. Um, I read a Nancy Boys first too, and I think me adoring a Nancy Boys and then reading American Gods, I was just like, ugh.
It's a very different experience.
Yeah, it's so different. There's something peculiar about Gaiman that I can't pin down. I want to like his stuff, but yet he pushes me away for some reason. The puns are strong. Where do you publish your books? I was gonna say my ass,
Don't say that.
but I did. I self-publish.
Yeah.
I do print on demand sometimes with Lulu because I hate Amazon's quality. You guys read? Occasionally. I like Good Omens, but I think the portions I liked most were Pratchett's. I've never read anything by Pratchett.
Nothing?
Absolutely. I've read very little in my life.
That's true.
I hate like 70% of all books I read, I think.
See, I read Good Omens. I really liked it. I've read by Pratchett. Did you guys ever read the We Free Men and Hatful of Sky? I read that series.
These mean nothing to me.
Okay.
I read Lord of the Rings.
Very good.
It was
That's one
also really meandering.
I haven't finished that one. I've only read The Fellowship of the Ring. I've seen the movies though. I think I tried reading one of the books about death, like the Terry Pratchett ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I got into it, but I don't know.
Books make me sad.
Oh, right, because you don't like finishing like a good book.
Yeah, I like nonfiction because nonfiction goes forever, whereas fiction ends and it makes me sad.
We've met Brandon Sanderson. We've never read his books.
Yeah, I met Brandon Sanderson like on a cruise, and I was really rude to him. But I have not read his books.
The small blue
Maybe I would
boy's
have been
dead.
less rude if I'd read his books. I've tried.
True.
I got like halfway through the first Mistborn or whatever, Well of Ascension. Yeah.
I think that's it. I've tried reading that book a bunch of times, but I just cannot get into it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because, like, The Wee Freeman was my favorite. It's really good.
You know what
Sounds
my
good.
favorite genre is?
What?
And this is going to blow you guys' mind. Ursula knows. I like contemporary.
That's so weird.
Yeah. I like,
You only write, like, fantasy stuff.
yeah, and I don't like watching shows that are contemporary, but I love contemporary stories about people with horrible lives. Like, I love the struggle. Like, my favorite author as a kid was Beth Gooby, and like, oh my god, her books are just a trigger warning. All
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but it was my favorite stuff. I don't know. Wait, hold up. How are you not going to tell us about meeting Brandon Sanderson? It's because I've talked about it before. Like, I went on the Writing Excuses cruise, so he was one of the guys on the ship. And I think like on certain nights you'd get to have like a dinner, and I sat.
Sounds like we don't have dinner.
Well,
Otherwise
there'd
feed
be
me.
like fancy dinners.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
fancy dinner night. I don't think we ever sat with like Mary.
No, we never sat with Mary. We sat with Dan.
No, we didn't.
I thought we did.
We sat with Dan at breakfast once.
Oh, you're right.
We sat with Nalo.
Yeah, you're right. We sat with Nalo.
She was really cool.
She was cool.
I really want to read her books. I read a bit of them, and I think they're good.
Did we
She
ever...
gave me the award for having a really good tie.
Did we ever sit with... I know we talked with him a lot, but did we sit with DJ Older?
Yes, I think we sat with Daniel Jose Older. We did. We had chat with him. He does the what was his thing? Shadow
Oh,
Shapers.
Shadow Shaper, I think is one book.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's something about blues.
Oh, that one looks fun.
Yeah, it's like about something. I don't remember.
Anyways.
It's been a while since I've looked at it.
Anyways, so there was one night where we lucked out and we were the ones who get to sit with Brandon. And I don't know why this is a big deal in my head because like I don't really know much about writing at all. And I'm having a really tough time because I'm writing Magpie. Okay, like I've just started it and we're not getting any. I don't even know if I don't know if we'd released it or whatever, but I was just struggling with Magpie and I was having a real big thinky day. And I sat down and I ended up being like basically right across from Brandon.
Oh, right.
Like I was like directly across from him and I'm like socially garbage. So I'm just like staring at my plate, like scowling, like thinking. And and like he's good at talking and he conversed with me and I was like, oh, I'm just having trouble with like a writing problem, and everyone on the table was trying to help me with it, which I hate. Like, don't help me, please. uh, but I was like, I don't know how to get like people interested in a prequel when it doesn't have any of the characters. It's just like it doesn't really have any of the other characters from the original. Like I don't know how to bring them over or whatever. And he gave me like a suggestion. He was like, "Well, like a prequel is like inherently interesting to like the original people." And I'm like, "No, it's no." And and then I left to go pace in the hallway.
So rude.
I came back.
Such a nice man.
I came back. I was pleasant.
You were.
Eventually. I'm just really like, oh my god, I don't even know how to interact like a human. Like it's just
See, I had problems on that cruise because I was so nervous to talk to people.
oh
Because
yeah.
I have anxiety. But because I've talked to Mary before,
Yeah.
Mary Robinette Kowal,
Yeah.
and I've read her books and I love her books. But
I was in Mary's like short story class,
yeah.
which is amazing.
Yes, you should check it out if you can. Does she still do it?
I don't know.
I don't know. But anyways, so I talked to her because she'd once commissioned me to do art for her.
Yeah.
But I was so scared to talk to her on the cruise. Like I saw her on the first night we went in and I was just like I couldn't go up to her. I was so nervous.
Yeah. I remember talking to Howard and then realizing that he was on the same website as like my dad.
Oh right.
And then I talked to my dad about it and he was like, "Oh my god, that comic. I can't believe it got so popular." I didn't understand it at all. And he was like,
Dang.
"Wow, he's still doing it?" I'm like, "Yeah." Wild.
Wild.
As an Aspie, I can totally feel can't talk, must pace. Yeah. I'm like convinced at this point, like there's something not neurotypical about me.
There's something.
There's something. Yeah, because like I really enjoyed that cruise. It was so good.
It was really fun. I had a great time meeting all the other like writers and stuff. And like I learned a lot from like the talks they did.
Totally.
Like you had an opportunity to get your stuff critiqued by some of the authors. I didn't join it because I was like a +1 basically.
Yeah.
I didn't pay to get all the special stuff.
I got one of the editors. Like I didn't end up like getting the lottery of like one of the people. I got someone's
Yeah.
like editor who was like, I don't even know. I don't even remember. And they just really liked it because I was doing my my witch story at the time, like a short story for the Running Bunny. Oh yeah, so I must have been working on Magpie.
Yeah.
The Running Bunny was like a zine thing I used to do. It was like my first kind of like anthology type project.
Yes.
It was expensive and it didn't go anywhere, but it was fun.
It was cool.
It's why we have our Patreon in the first place.
Oh, right. Because, yeah, you'd sign up to get access to the running bunny.
The witch story. Forget what it was about. It was like a short story though.
Was that the Haruspex one?
No, not Haruspex. Haruspex is terrible, but I want to rewrite it.
Was it the swamp one
Swamp.
with Tempest?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you did that for Mary's short story class.
No.
Oh.
Wait, what's Tempest?
There was a story about like a witch who lived in a bog.
Yeah.
like,
okay.
Mom was evil or something.
Wait, no. Wait, what? I have no recollection of this story.
Really? It was like a trans girl witch named Tempest.
Okay.
And she meets like I think someone who got kidnapped by her mom, who was like the witch of the bog. I don't know.
Oh my god, what is this?
It was a short story you wrote. I'm pretty sure you did it for the short story course. Or shortly after when you were like learning how to do short stories.
It definitely wasn't the one I did for the course, because I did Pascal for the course.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Anyways, no, it was the one about the witch who I have so many stories about a witch.
A few ones.
It was about the one who was like old and didn't know what Twitter was, and like she had like a secretary or something. You drew it.
Oh, you're right. Was that the one? Oh, right.
There's the crow on the mandolin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for us talking about things that like you have literally no clue.
You're like, huh?
There should be a Patreon tier where we can read Bones' discarded transcripts. I think if you searched on Patreon, I don't know if this is true, patrons. You can test to find out. I think if you search to the end, you might find the Running Bunny things that got released, and you could look at my old writing and judge me harshly. Because I would like shoot these stories out in like a day. Can't sleep because weird pressure. Oh,
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Suspecting wisdom teeth? Oh god.
Oh,
Don't get any wiser.
don't do it.
Yeah.
No more wisdom.
Watch some reality TV, rot your brain out a little bit.
That'll fix it.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I'm scrapping my comic. I'm only ever gonna write Thomas fan fiction. Very good. My family gets nervous if I pace a lot. I get annoyed when Ursula paces a lot, which isn't terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like people walking around me. Oh my god, I have so many things with me. Like, I don't like people moving near me. I don't like people in my bubble. I don't like people behind me. I don't like them at my sides. I don't like them in front of me. Where do I like them?
Far away.
I guess, like, in front of me is fine if we both have, like, computers. That's how I want to interact.
You don't like people like above you.
Yeah. Do you like action-packed openings or slower building tension more personally? I'm gonna say, I'm gonna cop out and say it depends, honestly.
I was like, why not both?
It's because, like, because both could suck and both could be good. Because if you have, like, an action-packed beginning and then the story is boring, like, that's a bad opening. But if you have, like, a slow burn, I don't know. Stand diagonal to Bones? No, I don't like when they're in, like, peripheral. Like, maybe kind of diagonal is okay. Like, you need to be a far distance from me. Yes. Who needs phone or human interaction? Computers are all that is needed. Computers and dogs. Apparently, dogs help elderly people with depression. but not cats,
Huh.
according to a study. What are your favorite media beginnings? Like, they just gotta match up, right? Like, people get mad at Lord of the Rings for all of its endings, but it has so many beginnings at the beginning. Like, it's gotta close all those brackets.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, for the YouTube content, you guys can ask me questions. I will not give a snarky answer. I won't do a joke or a meme. You can ask writing questions, and you can ask art questions of Ursula.
I feel
Okay,
like
I won't be a little butthole about it. I won't be like, you're like, how do you write good? And I'm right. Well, start with a G and end with a D.
I feel like you could get Bones to do like anything. I feel like it's for the YouTube content.
Not really.
No.
I love slow burn. Gives you a sec into the story.
I mean, I guess if we're going by the logic, like if it's bad, it's bad. Like if it's boring, it's not good. Slow burn, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a slow burn. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to get in there quick and have something real fast and fun.
Depends. I tend to rate really disorientingly. Okay. Any tips on thinking of short webcomic stories? I keep thinking about big adventures in series, but can't think of any short ones. I don't know how I can handle for my first time. Okay. The easiest way to keep your story from getting huge is to keep your character count down. Okay? There's this thing called, like, I like to call it the lace quotient. I stole it from Mary, who stole it from Orson Scott Card. So there's like 4 different types of plots. There's location-based plots, there's answer-based plots, and there's character-based plots and event plots. And like each type of these plots you add, like each storyline you add is going to increase the size of your story hugely. Like, I find a lot of the times y'all don't realize how much you're adding at the beginning of things, because you're like, oh, I'll have this character and this character and this character and this character, and it's only 4 characters. Like, that's fine. Like, it's not bad at all. It's bad. That's the answer is like, no, that is bad. It is like everything at the beginning of your story is like a seed that will grow into a huge mess that you have to deal with. So like with the 4 types of plots, a location plot is a character basically needing to get somewhere. They start in one place and end in the other. Like that's a location plot, the conflict of getting from one place to another. And if you have one of those in your story, that is going to increase your story length. And if you have like another type of plot going on as well, you have a question, an answer based plot. So it starts with a question, ends with an answer. So you're like, and there's a murder, so we have to figure out the answer to the murder. You've added another plot, and now your story has grown even more exponentially larger by adding those 2 plot lines. And then you have also a character arc going on with the main character falling in love with someone. And there you go. Now you have 3 plots going on. And then you have an event plot, which is where a big event happens and you need to regain a sense of like normalcy. So there's also an explosion that happens, and they need to on their location plot go to a new home and rebuild. And now that's like a whole other plot arc that is also going on. And then you might have like another character arc because you've added a second character, and it's okay, it's fine. But the second character now also has added another question answer plot, and they also have their own character arc. And well, they have a boyfriend who also, I love their boyfriend, so like they need a plot as well. It gets huge, it gets ridiculous, and every time you add a setting, you also multiply your plot. So each setting you add, like each character you add, each plot you add, it gets big and ridiculous. And the easiest way to have your story stay small is to keep those elements small. Like keep your character limit down. Keep your character limit. That's something different. But like limit yourself in the amount of characters, locations, and different plots. Okay. Keep it simple. Pare things down. When you're developing these plots in your head, what I tend to do is, like, if something gets big and out of control, you can just trim it. Like take a little bit off of it and make that the story. Like maybe you added like a really cool subplot to your story, and that's the thing you're most excited about. Just do the subplot. Like that's it. That's all you need to do. Yeah, because it goes crazy really, really fast. Okay. We're here knowing and liking your personality bones. It's okay. Thank you. Can I ask you something? How are the pets? The pets are great. So I don't know if we've talked about it, but we got 4 mice. Oh, yeah, we definitely
I
have.
think we did.
And I am absolutely in love with these mice. I grew them a field of cat grass, and I hid a bunch of seeds in it, and they are just having a blast. I love them dearly.
They're so cute. So Bones was cleaning their enclosure yesterday.
Yeah.
And so I took them we have like a little half bathroom. And I took them in there and let them run around, and they climbed all over me. It was very cute.
They're adorable.
They're so adorable.
Okay, so I've done planning, but I literally can't actually write scenes. I just keep breaking up over and over. Sorry, I'm going to need more information to answer that one. I am rewriting my old story. I'm trying to actually plot and finish it. I hate the process. It's boring. Oh, that's not a question. Okay, sorry. How do I slow down my story and write a status quo? Please, God, help me. I know, Mouth, that you struggle with this, and you just harness your inner fanfic writer and write fluff.
Yes.
Okay? It's a lot easier. Like, I actually have... Mouth, I relate to you on so many levels. I've been so bad at going too fast at stories. And I'm actually finding that with the story I'm writing right now, which is like a sequel story. And I'm writing it, and it feels really slow because I'm reintroducing characters that I've already written before. But the thing is, I need to slow down. And even though I feel like I'm a fanfic writer and I'm not doing anything, like, it's good. Like, it's fine. Okay? It's a lot easier to honestly delete things than add things. So just add too much and then delete after. Like, just sit down and write all the character fluff, all of the world building fluff, and then when you submit your thing to Critique Circle, I'll be like, cut this scene and that one, and you'll be golden. Just add things. Less happening, more reacting. As someone with stories with no less than 4 main characters, I can testify it grows like a monster. It does. It's like one of those pills you get that you put in water and it turns into a dinosaur. Y'all ever get those?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
That's
understand.
That's what happens. It's like you grab one of those. Oh, sorry. You grab one of those pills, those like dino pills, you throw it in the water and nothing happens. So you're like, well, and then you throw a handful in and then suddenly the bottle explodes with dinosaurs. I'm actually interested in what happens if you throw like a whole bunch of those dino eggs into like one water bottle now. Like, just watch them merge together. Oh my god, I'm fascinated. Like, they're shaped like eggs. You know, those things.
I understand.
I have a bad habit of working so hard on characters' art, much more than developing the story, despite having a general premise. I'm more of an artist than a writer. Find a writer and marry them. That was Ursula's plan.
Yes.
Brain went too fast. I'm asking how to actually write scenes instead of breaking the story into more and more pieces. Okay, so you feel if I'm understanding correctly, it just feels like you're breaking up the story, like you're not actually writing you're not writing scenes. Okay, god, scenes are like some of the hardest things to kind of explain because like eventually you just kind of get them. I would say that for your scenes, you might want to just be more purposeful with them. So what do I mean by that? Define what you want to get out of a scene, like what needs to happen in a scene, and also the arc of the scene. So scenes are kind of like short stories in a way, like nanofiction sometimes, where they have like a beginning, middle, and an end. And usually scenes also have a hook at the end for the next scene that will come after them. So define like what you need to get out of a scene, and then create the conflict of the scene or just like the plot of the scene. And what actually helped me level up with scenes really well, really quickly, was writing a lot of short fiction. I mentioned that we did the zine project, like Running Bunny, where I'd write a short story every month, and they weren't always great by any means, but I got way better at writing scenes because it got me into thinking of plots in a much smaller scale. Yeah. Right. Anyways, I hope that helped. Y'all can ask more questions. I love your videos, and I know you ain't gonna do this, but could you watch my second news video? Nah, sorry. I love you, but we will not do that. Like, the only way we do that, like, I'm not great at animation by any means, but like, if you wanted like a critique, we do those, but that's like a paid Patreon thing.
Yep.
I gotta be fair to my Patreon people who pay for that stuff. Can I explain? Can you explain why why panel shapes impact your why and how panel shapes impact your story?
So panel shapes, I've talked about this before, but panel sizing affects how fast someone will read your page. So larger panels people read more slowly because there's more details to take in. Small panels they read quickly because there's less details to take in. So that's one way that panel shape stuff can impact your story. As for giving them like literally like different shapes, using like rectangles and squares is generally a safe bet. If you're not sure what to do, I would start there. Just because like it's expected, it's very neutral.
Oh my god! Sorry.
What?
I figured out something to tell Mouth. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
So, yeah.
continue the thing.
So yeah, squares and rectangles, neutral. Good choice. Good way to start. The more wild your shapes get, the more off kilter they can be. The thing is, if you do really like if you do other shapes outside of squares and rectangles, you can do some really cool stuff with how you lead the eye around the page, depending on how wild you get with them. But they can be off-putting or hard to read depending on how weird the shape is.
Mhm.
So keep that in mind. Be very intentional when you use something other than like a square and a rectangle. Like if you're using a circle, like why are you using a circle?
It reminds me of like PowerPoint presentations when people do like the star wipes and
Yes.
stuff.
It's like, why are you using this?
Yeah.
Is it just to be funky? I mean, that's fine. It's your comic. You can do what you want. But yeah, it's very important to think about that, because like you can do some cool framing stuff with panels. I wish I had some better examples here, but like I'm trying to think of like cool ones you could use. Like you could have a panel where like you say you have like a big circle with like, I don't know, a character talking,
Keep it funky fresh. Yeah, exactly.
and explaining like a concept, and then in each panel coming off it you have like an example of like that concept, you know. You could do cool stuff like that. Yeah, anyways, there's lots of ways you can play with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that explains it.
All right. So, Mouth, you were just saying each scene only has one mini plot to focus on, and that helps you. And I think part of what your issue might be, I'd have to remember, but I think you're kind of missing the middle of your plots in your scenes. Like, I think like you need like more of like a build, but because like I always had this issue just like with larger projects where like I just wouldn't add a middle to my story. Like I'd write a beginning and then I'd write an end, and like they never really quite matched, and there was never like a build. And with Magpie, my comic, I got a lot better at that. And that's why Magpie is so much longer than Pretty Mouth. It's because it has middle bits where the characters try and fail to do things. And when you're dealing with a scene, you also kind of want that to happen. You want the trial fail cycles to happen. And they're less dramatic than the overall plot's try fail cycles. Where however they do happen. Like let's say a scene is about a cat and a dog talking, and the dog wants to convince the cat to give him the biscuit that the cat has. You can have a scene like that, and it starts, they're in the room, and the dog's like, I want the biscuit. And the cat's like, no. And then the dog just takes the biscuit and runs off. That counts as a scene because like there's a beginning and end, and I guess they're technically a middle. But if you really want to like make the most of your scene, you have a conversation between the dog and cat where the dog makes multiple attempts. He's like, well, pretty please, can I have like the treat? Or like he's like slinking around, and there's just like there's tension, and eventually he ends up building up to the point where he just takes it and runs off because he's a dog, and that's what they do. The cat's like, no, I'm saving it for later. And it's like, well, there's tons of treats in the house. And it's like, well, why don't you get those treats? Because I don't want those. I want that one. It smells really. You're not using it at all. And he has a little snap at it because he's a dog, and the cat baps his nose. And then he has to do another tactic where he just runs really fast. This is Fado. Yeah. But yeah, like getting the point of a scene across shouldn't come easy, especially if the point isn't easy. You gotta earn it in each scene. We're giving up on our comic, yes.
100%. This here, not a comic. 100%.
Advice on comic flow?
Yeah, so comic flow is, sorry, 1 second, let me finish this panel before I talk. Oh, dang it. Okay, fix it later. Okay. So, okay. First, to define what comic flow is, it is, the elements and composition of your page that leads the viewer's eyes from the first panel all the way to the last panel. So you want to make your panels draw their eye to the next panel following it, and to see what you want them to see in each panel. So in order to do that, you need to have a decent understanding of like composition in general, which is a whole other can of worms here. But if you use good composition, like knowing where your focal points are, placing your speech bubbles in the right places, I don't know, composing your panels in a logical way, this will all help lead your reader's eye around. So, ways to improve, some like quick and dirty kind of ways to make your flow work is, let me get a little red pen. Is you want, okay, quick and easy tips. One is have your characters look towards the next panel. I do this one all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So for example, here, Tammy is looking at the next thing I want you to look at, which is Amy giving a thumbs up here. So her eyes are directly looking at the next thing.
Humans like to follow eye lines.
We do.
You're like, whoa, what is she looking at?
So also in this last panel, when I was picturing it in my head, I was thinking of having Tammy look the other direction, but I was like, that would be weird. If you follow her eyes, it would probably lead you back to the previous panels. Why not have her facing towards the end of the page, because that's where I want the reader to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one really quick way to do it. Another way you can lead the eye around is with the tail of your bubble, because when someone opens a comic page, they're going to be looking at the dialogue first, probably.
Night, Ein.
Oh, good night.
I haven't seen you in forever, but
I know.
nice. I noticed you pop in.
But yeah, right, so the tail of your bubble you can use to lead things around, because people are
I feel like the hardest one is like perspective.
Yes.
Using the camera line.
So that's a great one. That's actually a trick you can use like with all composition, is using leading lines. Which basically, if you have a bunch of lines like of a building, say like in perspective, you can use.
Hey, PK.
Hello. Hey, PK. I thought I saw you here earlier. Anyways, so you can have like lines that lead your your eye where you want them to go, because we like to follow lines with our eyes. So you can use perspective and the way you draw your backgrounds to kind of lead the eye around as well.
Hello. Everyone's popping in.
Dang. Hi, everyone. Welcome. My mom dragged me away to teach me to do laundry. That's an important skill.
I hope you got a lot of sunlight today.
Yes.
Anyways, yes.
Oh,
I know this scene.
The scene?
Yeah.
E.
I wrote it.
What?
I know.
You're the writer of The Magpie?
I am.
I love
that but
comic.
you can use leading lines to
Yes.
guide people through the comic. Just lines. Lines are your friend.
Lines are your friend.
Lines is where flow comes from.
Yes.
Just think where they gotta go and put a line there.
Yes.
And just hide the line with comic.
Sometimes it can help. One thing that helped me really early on was like I'd put down my panels and then I'd draw like a line of where I wanted the eye to go and try and like compose things on top of that. So yeah.
It's like, what's that noise? It's the mice on the wheel.
Oh. Cause generally when reading like Western English comics, whatever, people are gonna read from left to right. So you start up at the top left corner, and then you go to the right side of the panel, or I guess the bottom right side of the panel, and then you keep zigzagging back and forth, or however you need. It especially helps to draw that line when you have like a really complicated layout where you have like maybe more than 5 panels.
I mean, obviously, I draw the magpie. Look what Ursula's drawing right now. It's not good.
No.
Like, does that look at all like the magpie? No, it
It's
scribbles.
stinky.
It's me who finishes it all nicely. I let her do these doodles.
It makes me feel useful.
Exactly. Alright. Yeah, you can keep asking me questions, but I'm gonna talk about mice. So I learned something.
What did you learn?
I was silly, and I just assumed things, which you should never do, because I've had hamsters, and you're not supposed to use the wire wheels with hamsters because they can get their little peats caught, and that's not good. So I assumed you shouldn't use those for mice either, and that you should use a solid bottomed wheel. However, I was wrong, and mice prefer the mesh wheel because they're little acrobats, and they purposefully will stop and hold on and just spin in circles on the wheel because that's what they do. It also helps because mice usually keep them together, and if one of them starts going too fast, the other can just hold on while it spins out. Yeah. So that was a thing I learned. Mice are neat. I love them.
Mice are neat.
Nice have peats. Peats are good. Any tips on avoiding cheesy dialogue, or should I embrace the cheese? Sometimes embracing the cheese can be wonderful. I write a lot of cheesy characters. You either need... It really depends. I think embracing the cheese is a good idea because I think it would make you have like interesting dialogue if you lean into it. For me, dialogue is usually connected to voice and finding like the voice of a character. You really have to have like a strong sense of them. I find sometimes I'm just trying to give different advice than I usually do because usually I'm like study people talking, and then you gotta have intention behind your dialogue. But you know, I've said that a million times. So let's do some other tips. And I forgot the tip. Wow. Oh, I know. Sometimes when I'm having a lot of trouble with a character and getting their dialogue, because I'm like into prose writing, I'll sit down and do some like prose from their perspective. And I like describe the room. Like this is like a classic writing exercise and is really good if you guys want to get into writing prose because it is like Camp Nano time right now. And I know some of you ask about prose, but yeah, you sit and you describe a room as the character, and like everyone will look at a room kind of differently, and like what details they focus on really like informs a character. Like the classic example is like, do they see a glass half full or half empty? Or do they see the glass and they're like, when was the last time that was cleaned? And or or are they Bones McKay and do they look at the water and think, I wonder what the pH level of that is? What's the hardness scale? How many grams what is it? Parts per million of like calcium is in that, you know? Like you describe it from their POV. And I find that helps me kind of get into the character's head a bit more, especially for characters that don't have a very unique way of talking, because it's easy to write characters who have like an accent, I guess. Not even like an accent, but like they talk in a certain way. Maybe they're an uwu type, or maybe they are an owo type, or maybe they're a pirate. I go with that one a lot. Like those are easy to like differentiate, but for those more subtle characters, like it's good to just sit in their brain for a bit and just see how they think. And a lot of the time that can end up informing like how they talk, because you start noticing things in the dialogue where you're like, would that character actually say that, or is that something I say? You're an owo. You're 100% owo, PK. Like at least whenever you show up on the voice chat, it's like owo. Like I'm imagining like a car. It's a car meme, and there's like the gas pedal, and it says owo, and that's you when you enter the chat. And then we do Charlie's, and it's like the gas pedal is down on Baka.
Yes. I thought you were gonna say what pip pip.
What? Well, yeah, Charlie's dialogue's easy because we just write it in an accent.
There we go. Perfect.
Exactly.
10 out of 10. Not offensive at all.
What?
What?
They're English. You can't.
I guess you
it's
can
fine.
make fun of the English. That's fine.
Always make fun of the English.
Please do.
What I wonder is who the frick did come up with the glass half full or empty? I think a normal response is just to notice the glass content if it's over spilling or is completely empty. See there, that's a character moment right
That
there.
is.
That says something about a character. I actually did that exercise once where I took all of my characters and I described a glass that was half empty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you try to make it unique to each character. It's kind of fun. I recommend y'all try it. It's good prose. Because like that's how you write really good prose. Is describing things. Wow.
Wow.
There are tons of words in every language. Really cool.
Wow.
And
Didn't know that.
unless it's Newspeak, then there's not many words. That's the point.
Yes. Amazing.
But yeah, there's so many words to describe things, and you need to look at things and describe them with different words depending on whose POV you're in. And it sounds like so simple, but it's not. It's hard because you want to say a brown table, but always double think yourself. Wait, is double think Newspeak?
Yeah.
Damn it. I love George Orwell's Animal Crossing. I saw that meme and I was dying.
Oh my god.
There's tons of words in every language. PhD Bones McKay. McKay Bones. I have too many OCs to come up with a unique glass thingy for them all. You just do a few if you're into like writing prose. It's really good. One of like the exercises I did in a short story class with I think it was like the Mary's short story class is you describe your room as yourself. So first like sit down and describe like the room, describe the 5 senses if you can get that. And then do it again, pick an occupation like firefighter. That's it. That's the only occupation. Professional bowler. Dog trainer. Monster hunter. Like just pick a profession or whatever and describe the room again, and without saying anything about the character, get it across, get their profession across. Yeah.
Yep.
And like describe describe something in a way that makes someone realize that the person describing it is a doctor without ever saying that a doctor is the one that's talking. Hi guys, I'm not sure if I can make it to the... What is this? Oh. It is jobless and is broke for a living. Exactly.
See, I feel like if you use that as an example of like what a doctor would write,
Yeah.
you could also say, because office could also be a teacher, could also be if you work in an office, like a manager.
Yeah. Wait, what were you saying?
Is Don Burke doing
I don't know what Don
like
Burke
writing
is.
as a doctor or something?
I don't know
I
what Don
assume
Burke is doing.
I assume that's what they were
Yes,
doing.
they're writing like a doctor. Okay. Laughs in ego electromagnetic. Insert thing for sci-fi jargon speak. Quantum.
Quantum, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Cause yeah, like you can. It's one of the coolest things about writing prose. Like I think it's pretty lit when you can get information across in like a seamless way. I'm really bad at it in comics, because it's visual, but it's just so fun. I love it so much. I love describing things. Except in therapy, when the therapist says, describe your emotions, and I'm like, I've never thought about this question. I just think about other people's emotions all the time. And then I'm like, do you actually smile when you're happy? Is that like a thing? Or is this like a thing that I've always written as a shorthand? It's all falling apart, guys.
Is he okay?
How do you write two characters bonding? I don't know. That's the question.
There's a kitty.
What's the other question?
Look at her.
You mean like the contents of your urge showed me a particular style of manner in which... God. Okay, like that, but not. Hi, please know me. I'll know you, okay? I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm just trying to make it sound smart by saying something dumb. The table was short, just like my patience.
Well done.
Yeah. I'd need to think of like a character. Like, I don't even know.
Hello. I'm sleepy. I'm glad I can contribute to this conversation.
Yeah, you've been contributing like so well to this
I don't know anything
conversation.
about writing.
Every
Me no
10
thinky.
minutes you sit here and you're like, I'm sleepy.
I'm friggin' sleepy.
The couch looked like a good place to take a nap. There, described it like an Ursula.
Hell yeah. I don't know anything about writing. I'm sorry.
You could talk about other things. Well, if you don't gotta kill them off, do it in private then? What? Ursula, no need to talk over everyone.
You're right.
Yeah, maybe you should just be quiet.
Did I tell you?
'Cause you
I
offer nothing good.
did I tell you I
She
actually
just rolls with it now.
talked over someone at a meeting today?
Oh my god, that's actually really cool.
First time ever.
Whoa. Did you
Yeah.
do it like intentionally, like a boss?
No, I did it by accident. We
Damn.
spoke at the same time and I didn't notice, so I just kept talking. Instead of where I usually stop and go, "Oh, sorry, you go first." And I just went blah 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 blah.
She just went for it. She's gonna be the manager of
Listen,
a Wendy's.
they're gonna say, "Can I talk to your manager?" And it's gonna be me, and I'm gonna cry. No, I don't know. My work is cute, and they were reading a Brené Brown book about
Yes.
leadership and empathy, and they were all talking about how fluffy and cutesy it was. I was like, it was a little fluffy and cute. But I was like, man, we just gotta get in touch with our feelings.
Ugh. This is the most gay thing I
It
have
is.
heard from your gay mouth since you came out.
Oh my god.
I can say that because I'm gay.
Uh-huh. No,
I don't know how many times I've mentioned this, but I have such a bad habit of using gay as like, oh my god, that's so gay. And I just find it really ironic. Like, it's just funny to me. But I know it's like bad. It was like the thing to do back in the day is call everything gay, and now
It
like you
was.
don't do it. And so now I just like take it back, and I'm
Taking it back 10 years
but I'm
too
not
late.
even taking back in a good way. I'm still using it in a bad context.
That's
It's just really
true.
funny to me.
It's like ironically using it. Ursula with the character development, thank you. I'm trying my best.
Gay is the most fabulous way of gaying things up. It's
Hell
true.
yes.
I use it like so silly. I'm silly.
I get mad whenever I see.
It's because I don't want to be ableist and say stupid, so I'd be homophobic instead.
Let's do it. I was PO'd when I was reading a book that was published like within the last like 4 or 5 years.
Oh yeah.
And they used queer as in like odd, like the original meaning of queer or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, in our year,
2021.
2021. What? Because it wasn't even like it was like a story that had like language like that. Like it wasn't like reading like a Tolkien book where they all talk like that. like
Like I was gonna say like the gays when they all talk fabulously gay.
no. But like it wasn't written in a style that was like.
You know why I started saying it? I'm gonna not cut Ursula off.
Thank you. It was in the style like an mirroring like an old timey way of writing where they would say queer and stuff like that. It was like totally
Look at
modern,
that.
normal speak, and then it was like this was very. It was a queer looking river, and it's like
Maybe
What?
there was an oil spill.
maybe so it was all sparkly.
Yeah, it was rainbow. the-
Rainbow?
The
Yes.
refraction.
Aw, see that would have been fine. Anyways,
What was I gonna interrupt with? Oh, I know why I started calling everything gay. It's
Why?
because like I earnestly started like because like I'd be looking at a beautiful boy and I'd be like, oh my god, he's so beautiful, and I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so gay, and then then it developed slowly into me forgetting to like get my toast out of the toaster and then being like, oh my god, I'm so gay, and then I started calling other people gay, and it went out of control really fast. Got a new patron.
woo!
Who's the new patron?
Who is it? Hello?
I need to go
Welcome.
patron chat.
Remember a lesbian friend
Oh,
of mine came out
hello
to me in
to the new
uni
patron.
while we were at lesson? Hell yes. Powerful. I read Great Gatsby not too long ago and they kept saying gay in the meaning with the happy meaning, and it was so unexpected. See, I
there's
expect
also
that.
it's also so gay.
It's also so gay. But I expect that from something written in like the 20s and 30s. Like they used gay and queer back then, but like I feel like anything written after like the 60s, you can't do it
Mm-hmm.
unless you're mirroring like an older style of writing.
Malthea, what did you see,
What's the matter, baby?
baby girl?
Baby kitty.
I bought your friendship. You did.
You did.
Welcome to being my friend.
Welcome to the group of friends.
we're
Thanks for
just
supporting us.
pals in this house.
Gosh, we're all pals. Oh, did I tell you I got by like a joke today?
Oh yeah, she got
Bones?
got by a joke.
I did. Bones woke up and he was like, Ursula, it's April Fool's. You be careful about what you're reading on Twitter. Don't believe it. And I was like, okay. And then I went on to YouTube. And I was watching, oh shoot, what are they called? I don't remember. They're a channel that does, they'll do like stories about like true horror. So like, natural disasters.
Natural
murder.
disasters. I'm
Bloody
moving
blah.
her on because she got stuck on this point last time.
Anyways, so they did a story today about like a spree of shark attacks. And as I was listening, I was like, this sounds kind of like Jaws. And I was like, maybe like Jaws was inspired by like a similar story of like a great white attacking people at like this little beach town where the mayor doesn't want to close down the beach after a shark attack because they'll lose money. And I was like, and then they introduced the main character of Jaws as like a real person. I was like, damn it, I got caught. I believed it.
I didn't get got at all today.
I paid to insult Charlie. Oh. Do you play Among Us? No. I would be terrible at that game.
Yeah,
I'm a bad liar.
I'm a great liar, and I don't want to ruin my friendship with everyone. My problem is that I am so sus just constantly.
Yes.
Like, that's my thing, is I would be the person that would, like, always get kicked off because you'd never trust me at all. Like, Ursula exudes trust.
See,
I think she'd be good at it, honestly. Because, like, she's, like, so... just people believe her for no reason. Like, there's no reason you should believe Ursula, but she's just uwu cute. And you're like, well, she wouldn't lie to me. And that's what she's doing right now. She's like, I'd be so bad at it, I can't even lie. And she could. I've seen her. She's done it.
Am I a good liar?
Sometimes.
Aw.
You just don't do it much.
Ursula would be a good criminal.
Meanwhile, I constantly lie and never show my emotions and just like have like complete control over that crap. And so you would just be like, well, he's a murderer. Like, I just have murderer energy.
Murder energy.
I exude murder.
Oh my god.
Like, if there was like if I turned out to be a serial killer, they'd be like, yeah, we should have suspected that guy. It's as opposed to the ones where they're like, no one could have suspected. Such a stand-up citizen.
Such a nice little lady. She did art on YouTube. Like, she had dogs.
You know?
No one would suspect Ursula Grey of being a murderer.
Yeah, because like my true crime, like like with the they would like show all my furry stuff and my they would show all my horror stuff and they'd be like, horror, the furry, it's like the CS the one.
Furry,
Have you ever seen the one where they blame like, oh my god, it was like all about like video games? It was so funny.
Oh god.
A video game inspired like killing. Yeah. Sorry. but that would be me. They'd be like, look at, he's so deranged and creepy.
He has a collection of animal skulls.
Oh god.
Looks like he moved up to humans.
No, by that time I have a human skull.
Oh.
I just have it. And everyone's sus on it. But that's not the one. I wouldn't keep the evidence. I'm not stupid.
I'm not
I'm gay.
fool. Yes. Thank you. You know what's a trope I friggin' hate? I only see it. Stop. I only see it sometimes, but I hate the idea. It happens in like some like murder show concepts and stuff where they're like, this person is a crime writer, therefore they'd make a really great like investigator. You're like, no.
Claire Waters, investigator.
Oh my god, but it's like they would understand how to figure out a murder mystery because they write murder mysteries, and I'm like,
Wasn't there a murderer who was a murder writer?
was there?
Yeah.
Huh.
I want to believe this, so it's true.
I want to see if this is true.
I'm going to look it up.
Thank you. Bones, if you were a butler as a side job, you would be the perfect assassin. Why? I can't. Okay, I'm dad. The plot of Miss Marple. It's because they actually know who the killer is. I'm sure there are probably more murderer writers. Probably.
5 crime writers who turned out to be actual murderers.
What?
It's happened 5 times?
Damn. See, I could understand them being the murderer, but not someone who solves crimes just because you write about them. Hello?
Oh my god. Are any of these people published? Oh my god. There's a graphic novelist.
5? Castle the series, the intro said there's 2 kinds of people who think about how to kill other serial killers and writers. Happened 5 times where they got caught. Oh, true.
Oh my god. Novelist Christian Bala might have gotten away with murdering a Polish businessman in 2000, but 3 years later he published Amok, which he told the story of a Polish intellectual named Chris who murders a... Oh my god. He wrote about it.
Ew.
Oh my god. Who's...
Are you talking about Murder, She Wrote, where the writer's more capable of the police in her town? See, it's like a popular trope, but it's one I hate. I'm like, oh my god. Because it always strikes me, because these stories are written by writers, where it just feels
Oh my god,
like...
a best-selling crime novelist?
Oh.
Anne Perry?
Anne Perry.
Murdered her best friend's mom.
Oh. Anyways, it just seems like a what's the word? Like self-inflated ego type thing for a writer to be like, yes, I am more capable than people who are trained to investigate murders.
She murdered someone and then became a crime writer.
Whoa. Dude, weird.
She murdered someone when she was a teen.
Oh.
Youthful indiscretion.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'll stop. Okay. This is what Ursula puts me through on the daily. I get into a true crime spree once every few years. Like, I got really into like watching like those crime videos for a while, and then I was into listening to 911 calls for a while.
Yeah.
But that was mostly my curiosity of like, what happens when you call 911? And then the curiosity of like, oh my god, that's someone dying. Yeah. Don't watch those. They're horrifying.
They're really disturbing.
Funny ones are funny though.
Yeah, the funny ones are good.
I did learn something from 911 calls. The very first thing you should say on 911 calls isn't hi, hello, or whatever. Like, it's your address. Say where you are.
Yep, exactly.
The very first thing.
See, since I learned that what they're supposed to say is where's your emergency, not what's your emergency, it bothers me every time I like watch or read something where they say what's your emergency.
Yeah. They always ask where is your emergency.
Yeah.
That's the very first thing that 911 asks you.
Yeah, because they want to know
Where
to
you're
send
at, so they
people.
can start. They start the process right away.
Yep.
And teach your youngins where they are.
Yes. Teach your kids their address.
Yeah, their address,
In case
your
you,
names,
yeah.
all that stuff.
In case you are hurt and can't speak and your child has to call.
Yeah. But yeah, like, no, that's like, yeah. That's the sort of thing that you learn when you're conscious, and then somehow when you're in a terrible situation, you remember this, and it all clicks together. I watched Silence of the Lambs. Hasn't aged well, but I loved it.
Who
Yeah.
was it where they were talking about they were like, it's transphobic, but why does it have to be like the best movie ever? Is it Contra or Lindsay?
I don't know. They both did videos recently about
Yeah,
it.
they both did videos on it. Anyways, it's a good film. Transphobia problems.
I love murder calls. I like being anxiety, I guess. That's sometimes a thing you do with anxiety, where you just seek out anxious things
That
as like a calming way. It's weird.
that's actually a really common thread among like fans of true crime stuff, and like it's like it's a lot of people with anxiety, and it's a way to look at your anxiety without like having to go through that yourself.
Fado and
It's super
Amalthea
common.
are wrestling. Well, Amalthea's trying to cuddle, and he thinks they're playing.
Oh, Fado.
Oh, they're going at it again.
Oh, here. You
No, he's
guys gonna
just-
do it? You
Oh,
guys
he
gonna-
rubbing.
Oh. She said,
Be my friend.
play. Cuties.
They're so cute. She's just harassing him. What a little harasser. I love Silence of the Lambs, but yeah, Harris himself was worried about the transphobic message. You are glowing today. You're an angel,
Thank you.
but you don't have wings.
I could be your angel or your devil.
Oh man, I would love to be the devil.
Right?
It's-
I'd love to be married to the devil.
How do you feel about end of the world plots, especially ones that actually end the world and don't save it? That sounds sad.
I like those. Those are fun.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I get
It
sad
depends.
easily. I don't like sad things. I don't like sad things or scary things. I guess I like sad things, but I like really small scale sad things.
Yeah.
What are you? Oh, he found a piece of aspen.
Oh, okay.
He's
Fido.
just chewing on it.
Nom nom nom.
They like chewing on sticks, those dogs.
They do.
There's a catharsis to watching true crime when your biggest fear is being kidnapped and murdered.
Yes.
My biggest fear is Ursula being kidnapped and murdered.
Aw.
I don't like sad things, writes Honeywells. Listen, okay? Honeywells is a bop. Apocalypse Go Burr. I hate post-apocalypse. It got so popular when I was like a teen, so.
Yeah, true. I don't like zombie stuff. Unless it's like a creative way of using zombies. I don't like the
Zambos.
typical zombie stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Love vampires though. Didn't get bored
I
of
liked
the
Shaun of the
vampires.
Dead.
See, that one's fun.
Yeah.
That one holds up.
Well, those are fun zombies. Zombies stop being fun is the
Yeah,
problem.
it's
They
so
all got like,
boring.
oh, what if we did it all real and stuff? Like, what would actually happen? What if humans are the real zombies?
Yes, every single zombie story, humans are the real danger to humanity.
You're just like, oh my god, can we have
Yes.
fun?
We've treaded this ground before.
Like, I just want fun. Why is everything got to be so depressing all the time? Like Honeywells, even though it's depressing, it's candy coated. I want my candy coated depression, please.
Please.
Oh,
The best zombie movie is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Agreed.
I've never seen it.
Oh.
I didn't watch a lot of Scooby Doo. It was on
True.
Teletoon, and I didn't have that most of my childhood.
Oh, yeah. I watched it a lot at my grandpa's place because he had those channels. Snowpiercer. I feel like I can't have an opinion on it because I've never actually seen like the movie. I've only listened to people talk about it, so I don't have an opinion on it. But I do like really depends on the story. It has to be
Oh my
executed in a
god, don't even
particular
get me
way, but I like
started on
bleak
DC.
stories.
It's just so dark and edgy. And like they always do Superman so bad. Like Superman is not supposed to be dark and edgy. Like he's a nice lad. And everyone's like, "Oh, Superman can do everything." But that's his thing is that he's such a nice lad. He's just a good boy and he feels bad when anything like he's got like a character and people just like don't care about the character because they don't like good things.
How dare he be a nice boy?
Everyone hated Captain America until he got edgy, but I liked him when he was like not edgy.
Yes.
I always liked him. Superman is just a Chad. No, Superman is a himbo.
He's a himbo. He kind of dumb, but really sweet and big muscle.
Yeah, how can you be so smart yet your disguise is glasses?
Right?
Come on.
Hello.
I guess he's a little less of a himbo and more
Yeah.
of just like a hunk, but like
But he's nice.
he's like a nice lad.
He's like extra sweet, kind, wholesome guy.
I loved watching like Justice League. That cartoon. That was so good.
I adore
Like-
his real life disguise.
Like Green Lantern and the Flash. There was like a thing going on that was like retweeted from the Justice League where Lex Luthor like changes bodies with the Flash for like for some reason, and like he's like, well, if I'm stuck like this, I can at least find out his secret identity, and he takes the mask off and he's just, I have no clue who this is.
Some guy. Well done.
The Flash is so cute. The Flash is a himbo.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, like he's so dumb. Ugh. The Flash.
Tried making wings.
The Flash has
empty.
grown on me as I grow up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like as a kid, I'm like, he can run fast. Who cares? And now I'm like, man, all he can do is run fast.
Love him.
Flash go zoom. Because like they're always like flying around in the Justice League, and then he's like on the ground. And I'm just like, or he's like running really fast across the ocean. Nyew.
Oh my god.
Oh, the writers all want to be a himbo. It's true.
Yes.
Like, I don't like Batman all that much. I like Batman, like, the best. Okay, Batman. Come on, like, we hate billionaires. We do not stand, okay? Like, why is everyone like, oh, Batman, vigilante justice, dark, edgy, brooding, it's so cool. But, like, Batman's the best when he's, like, contrasted with, like, really silly superheroes. Because then he looks so insignificant. And, like, then they, like, always, they pull the things where you're like, oh, he actually can beat all of them. Ooh. Everyone wants to see them fight. I don't. I just like it when they're, like, when you just have him contrasted to, like, the superhumans.
See, I always like the aliens.
Adam West Batman, yeah. The aliens.
Alien
Oh, like
superheroes?
Starfire?
Yeah, I love when it's like an alien learning human stuff. That's my favorite.
Oh my god, I love Teen Titans.
That one's really good.
I was like a DC boy as a kid because my dad was a DC boy.
I liked Spider-Man, and that's it.
Yeah.
Love Spider-Man.
Yeah, I watched a lot of that. I watched Smallville as a kid. There's like a scene from Smallville that's been stuck in my head since I was a kid,
Mhm.
where like someone gets frozen and then they're pushed down the stairs and their head comes off.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and it's
horrifying.
like frozen. Just
Ooh.
remember that. I found Marvel really fun for a while, and then I just got bored of it. It just
Yeah.
got too much.
I was like, I'm bored now. Yeah. I find
I want Robin back.
my problem. I was thinking this when I watched Into the Spider-Verse, where I was like, I wish this wasn't a superhero movie. Because I hate how it has to end with like a big boss battle. Where I'm like, if it had like a different ending, I feel like this would be better. Because I loved every other part of it, but I didn't like how it got stuck in the superhero formula. Anyways.
You like Batman for the Bat fam? That's true. Like, there's a whole
True.
family of bat people.
Bat
I like Man Bat. Man Bat is the
Yes.
best.
Yes.
I would smooch Man Bat. My favorite episode of like Teen Titans, like actually it's not my favorite episode. It was just an episode I like with like the Moth Boy and the Spider Girl. Do you remember that one?
No. I do not.
Oh my god, there's like, oh my god, what's the plot of it? Because like they're actually dating, and like they break up, I think. Okay, I need to figure this out.
Goodbye, David.
Okay, you talk. I'm looking it up.
Oh, okay. Man, superheroes. Sure know a lot about them. I really don't. This Batman Lego movie is the best Batman movie.
Okay, his name was Fang, and he has a head that's a spider.
Okay.
Like his head is a spider. Like he's got a spider head, and then the abdomen comes out his back of his head, and there's legs, and he can stand up on them. But he also has a human body.
Whoa. Okay.
And he has like a normal human girlfriend. Fang is a human spider mutant. He appears as a teenage boy whose head is daddy long legs. He wears a black jacket and white undershirt. Yeah, he's also like a cool guy. What is it? Homecoming? Okay. Synopsis. When Killer Moth threatens the city with his army of moths, Robin has no choice but to agree to his demand. He is forced to take his bratty spoiled daughter Kitten to junior prom. But Robin's dismay, Starfire is jealous. Oh yeah, so she
I
was
love
the
these
daughter
plots.
of like a moth mutant man, and she takes Robin to prom so
I
that
love
he'll
it.
stop attacking the city. And so she actually is with Robin, I think, to make her ex jealous, and her ex is the spider-faced boy.
See, I love this so much because the stakes are like so low. Small story.
I love it so much.
Oh, that's cute. I thought the Paul just talking about want to kiss Mr. Burns. What? Oh no! Get the lamp. Ah.
Oh, so her ex like shows up at the party. They're so cute. I love them.
The cats are going wild in the background.
He looks like Rizzo if Rizzo had a spider for a head. He's got like a black shirt. I loved Raven so much because I was such a goth kid.
Oh my god, yes. I just wanted to kiss her.
I love Raven and Beast Boy.
Yeah, they're great.
Robin is my straight best friend. Yeah, I watched a lot of Teen Titans. Like, what was the deal with Terra? Why did they leave on such a gosh dang cliffhanger? And then it became Teen Titans Go, and everyone was enraged, and I was like, I guess that's it. Yeah. I also watched a lot of anime.
Yeah. I was an anime kid.
Like, I watched Sailor Moon, and Sailor Moon is superheroes, too.
That's true. It's just a different flavor of superhero.
It's for girls, so that it doesn't count, basically.
Exactly. But that's true. I do love magical girl stories, and I'm not a big fan of, like, the typical, the boy superhero stories.
I remember, I liked Wonder Woman. Because she's got the alien thing, but she's like a herbo or shimbo. She's like a shimbo because she doesn't know anything about the modern world, so she does that kind of confused stuff.
That is
But she's
fun.
also like giant and can crush you.
Yes.
Like she's totally that. Like she's smart, but she has no clue about certain things.
See, I love that.
Like I like it how she just doesn't know like customs.
That's a fun one to play with.
Because in her world, they crush boys.
Crush the boys.
They don't have... Oh, right, because they don't have boys where she's from.
Right.
Yeah.
How do they have babies?
Aren't they all, like, gods or something?
Are they? I don't understand Wonder Woman's backstory. I thought it was just, like, a woman-dominated society. I didn't realize it was, like,
it's
no men.
magical.
Oh, it's magic?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. She has a lasso that makes people tell the truth. There's probably magic
She can
involved.
fly.
She can?
Wait, no, she has an invisible jet. She flies it. She got her, like... What is she?
I don't understand superhero lore.
She got, like, her little, like, gauntlet things on her little hands. They're from Paradise Island. She's a lot like Thor, because she's from, like,
Oh,
a Greek mythology stuff.
You're right. Yeah, okay. There was some sort of court dispute, so Teen Titans was abruptly ended. She can fly, but she also has an invisible jet.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think she had the invisible jet because in the show it was hard. It's hard to do flight stuff
Oh,
because it
okay.
was an old show where she had her invisible jets,
Oh, I see.
but you could see her in it.
It's hilarious.
Oh my god! I'm trying to realize what's going on with Wonder Woman, but I forget because it gets confusing, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure there's different versions of her, right? That have different stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can. I know there's tons of different backstories, but there's typically like a certain thing.
Themyscira. That's where all the it's where the non-binaries come from.
Themyscira.
That's where she comes from. She comes from Themyscira, an island nation.
Oh my god.
Rewrite Wonder Woman, but it's Wonder and Me.
Yes. She can fly and she has a magic jet that's invisible. She's from Greek mythology. Sometimes she's made out of clay. Sometimes it's the god. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All I know is she was one of the few women superheroes back then. Yeah.
I remember her being like super feminist or whatever.
I wish I lived on the mascara. With all the NBs.
In the first episode, Diana rides a horse with her mother along the shores of the island and watches aliens raining down upon Earth from afar.
Oh, jeez.
Later, after joining the Justice League as Wonder Woman, the Flash offers her an ice mocha, which later in the series is implied to be her favorite drink.
Cute.
After tasting it, she replies, they don't have these in the Mascaria.
Where are the Hawaii case? We'll find them for you, PK.
Born on the wrong island. Oh my god. She's the daughter of some god, whether it was Zeus or gave her life or a sculpture of clay. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, well if it's like Greek god and goddess stuff, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can imagine. They're not great to lady superheroes by any means.
No. Definitely not.
Oh my god, Xena. I watched so much Xena as a child.
Xena, yes.
Did you?
I watched one episode.
Aw, man. Gabrielle,
Oh.
Xena.
See, I always wanted to watch Xena, but I could never
Kiss.
find it.
I mean, I'm gay. I had to have watched that as growing up.
True.
It's like it's the AFAB way. What was the first thing you would do if you had the lasso of truth?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd sell it and make a lot of money. I don't know.
I'd use it as one of a doggo extendo leash.
Xena and Olympia Gal Pals.
This is before Wonder Woman sang Imagine. Oh, okay. Her battle cry was just so hilarious. Oh my god, I loved it. And she had the thing she threw. Oh my god. Yeah, I had all the action figures.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, I had like multiple Xenas and a Gabrielle.
The dogs will speak only truth. Exactly.
Bark truly.
We can find out which one tore up all the tissue paper.
Rope a random person, ask how much I should charge for art.
The answer is the truth.
Okay, it's like the Pinocchio fandom thing. They don't tell you the ultimate truth. They tell their truth.
Yes.
You need to find someone omniscient and harangle them. Though even if they tell the truth, remember like in Homestuck where Doc Scratch always spoke the truth, but he did so in like a annoying way?
Mm.
Yeah. Bones' new inspiration for Avo's action scenes. AYAYA.
AYAYA.
I think you can find Xena on YouTube. It was going to get rebooted, but it didn't.
Ugh. Dang.
And they were going to make it gay, overtly.
Oh. Disappointed that it didn't happen.
No. I don't know if that was true, but everyone wanted it. So I just wanted to believe it's
We
true.
demand it.
Diana is Wonder Woman's name. Her mother is Hippolyta. Yeah, Diana is her name. I know
Yeah.
Princess Diana.
Right.
That's funny. Lear's behind you, just like upside down. He's just flopped. He waved at you.
Hi, buddy.
Oh my goodness. Remember in Homestuck, I was zoning out and I bet that brought me right back.
Welcome.
I've read all of Homestuck. I did so in 7 days.
It was insane. That's all
I
he
was like
did.
God. You know what? Making the universe in 7 days, God did that. I read Homestuck. Check frickin' mate. Lord of all things. Eat my ass.
Be careful. Well, I don't think you can walk into a church anymore without bursting into flames.
I could never walk into a church without bursting into flames before, so.
Bones the god of Homestuck.
ham steak.
Man, I wish I was cool like Bones,
Yeah. Bones are pretty cool.
right?
Guess
They-
what? You have some in you.
I do.
Yeah.
Like they hold your
Meat
muscles
stabilizers.
together. They keep your organs from falling out. I love Bones.
It's my dad, Hades. Does she have a cool dog? Oh, wasn't it my idea? Okay. My idea for a monster dog.
Mhm.
Why we always do 3 heads? Where's the no-headed dogs?
Hello?
I want a no-headed dog, and they call him Cerberus as a joke.
Oh, I love it. I'm living for this.
Yeah.
Where is this story?
I ask you that. Tell me. I riddle you this. Where are the no-headed dogs?
Hello.
Why is it always gotta be 3 heads?
See, I don't know a lot about Resident Evil, but I like the dogs whose heads split open. That's a good creature design. They're very cute.
Your bones are not always wet except if you're dead. What if I cut off your frickin' leg?
Then you could have dry bones.
Exactly. And still be alive.
Yes.
As long as I let you out of the basement.
Shows bones in the locker room. Stuck in her. Yes.
No heat pads?
Oh, no head pats.
Oh, head pats. Yeah,
True.
but no bites.
No barks.
Wow, dry bones, thanks. No problem. Is it cannibalism to eat your own leg?
I don't want to discuss this.
Well, I put it in a comic, so let's.
Shoot.
Checkmate.
Dang it. Bones.
Actually, it is. It's called auto cannibalism or something. I think it's the same thing if you chew your cheeks.
Yeah. You consume yourself.
It's more like self-consumption. Matica's like, the stream is over. Take me out for the bathroom break.
See me outside. Never waste anything.
I'm alive, but the leg is definitely dead. There was actually, isn't it like, I was looking at old-fashioned like amputations and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and there's one person who's like leg tied off or whatever, and they like attached like a false leg, peg leg thing to the bone that was sticking out because it healed around the dead bone. Yeah,
Oh my.
yeah. They were metal in oldie times.
They really were.
Like the lady who,
I was gonna say.
yeah. What did she do?
She performed a C-section on herself, I believe,
Yeah,
with no anesthetic.
yeah. And then rode home on a horse.
Oh yeah. That lady, metal as hell.
Oh god, so metal.
What about nail biting? Is that not cannibalism enough?
Yes.
I'll allow it.
All right, I think we did enough.
What?
Matica's
I like how you phrase it like that. We've done our duty. We've paid our debts.
to society.
Remember, kids, comics are bad. Don't make them. Comics will ruin your life.
Get a real job.
Become an accountant.
Do whatever your parents say
Exactly. Don't follow your dreams.
and be straight and cis. You'll get a lot farther in life.
Who needs to be happy when you can be successful?
Oh yeah, the operation that ended in 3 deaths.
Right. Yes. Oh,
All right. Goodbye.
right.
I love every last one of you
we
in a really parasocial way.
we love all y'all. Goodbye.